So let me give you the skinny. Welcome to the Teacher's Lounge, baby. These ones are mini.
Hello, and welcome back to day 3 of the Hamilton Pro-Am Golf Invitational. I'm, as always, Lester Green, sitting with my partner in announcing.
Hello, my name
Charles.
is Charles Fairway. And of course, we're back here at the Pro-Am. A few more AMs than pros this year.
Yes.
And it has been an interesting day so far.
All you need is one pro to be considered a Pro-Am.
VJ Singh is, of course, here, really holding up the pack for everybody else. The closest person to VJ is minus 18, or plus 18, I should say. VJ is minus 18.
Yes. And, of course, the furthest from VJ is plus 732.
They wouldn't let him drive a cart today, so he's unfortunately way behind.
Yes, our apologies to everyone's feet after the cart incident yesterday.
Which brings us to our first, of course, sponsor, Tough Actin' Tenactin. If your feet got run over and you already had athlete's foot, boom, Tough Actin' Tenactin.
Which obviously brings us, let's check in on the 5th hole with Eric Feldman, the amateur, and his caddy, John Madden.
Yeah, hand me the 6-iron.
I don't think the 6-iron is what you need here.
John.
We're on day 2 of John Madden as a caddy, not disagreeing with his pro.
You can really
Let me
see
tell you
John
what I
trying to
think you
outline it
need
on the
here.
screen here.
I'll tell you here. You look at the fairway, you got a 322-yard fairway with a back set green, 2 sand traps on the front side, and a little bit of hazard on the left. Water in between here and there. What you need to do is you need to take your 3-wood, set it up on your tee a little bit higher than usual. Get some air. Get over the what?
John, I'm in the fairway. I can't put it up on a tee here, okay? I'm 175 out. Okay?
We need to see some creative play here, okay? You've stuck to the book.
They're gonna. The last hole they gave me 2 strokes, okay, for putting it up on a tee and right off
all
of
of
the green.
my friends have had plenty of strokes and they've all made it through, okay? So seriously,
Once again,
just
this is different than something that happens to your brain.
And looking down at the course, of course, watching along as they play. Next to them is Terry Bradshaw and his caddy,
Barry Tadshaw.
Okay, moving on to the 7th hole. Moving on to the 7th hole. Here we are. This is a fantastic hole with 2 water hazards and 4 bunkers. Now, this is tough for a lot of the golfers.
That's right. This hole was built with 1 water hazard, and then there was a bit of a spill, and we ended up with 2 water hazards. And also, this is the hole with hazardous water. So the players don't know this, but one of the holes, if you drink the water, it goes right through you, and you get Montezuma's revenge.
We have seen a few revenges today on the course, and it has been, for lack of a better word, messy.
It's been messy today.
Hey, Carl, I'm out of water. You think I could? You think?
And he's going right for the water.
You think I could probably just take a sip of this? I mean, this wasn't here yesterday. This big puddle. Should I just take a little sip out of this?
It seems like the kind of thing that maybe somebody just dumped out. They had a cooler full of ice and they dumped.
He's getting his foot.
Yeah, it's probably.
He's bending over.
All right, I'm just going to crouch down here and just take a little.
He's got one club in the water to hold himself.
I'm going to prop myself up with this 8-iron and lean my head down.
Yeah, just slurp it up. It's fine. There you go. How is it?
Right through. Right.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh, jeez. Stand back. Carl, stand back. James, no, I'm spinning around. It's a Mr. Stinker. It's a Mr. Stinker.
And as we've seen multiple times throughout the tournament, he's spinning around and doing a Mr. Stinker.
As popularized from the famous camp I Don't Want to Be Here, haunted by Jason Alexander, the Mr. Stinker has now made its way into the golf world. And,
Hi, fellas. I'm down here. I'm down here on hole 11, and we actually have a brand new development. Of course, it's me, Chris Turf, and I'm here on hole number 11. Yeah, Chris Turfer. Hole number 11 obviously has given a lot of people trouble today, and we actually have a little bit of a backup. 3 different groups have all sort of found themselves on 11. And they're trying to take the oh, okay. Look. Okay. And again, another person's been knocked unconscious by someone else's ball.
We're still on the tee box, man. We're here still. Don't hit into us.
now, Christopher,
Sorry.
are you getting a impression of the mood down there? Because I can see that this is the anger management group that seems to be backed up against each other. How are they handling it?
Not too well. John Daly has a history of being pretty aggressive. He's, of course, not here, but all of these guys claim he's their favorite golfer. And so they've all sort of modeled their game after him. So there's been a lot of throwing of clubs.
Excuse me. I think you just stepped on my lie. You stepped on my lie.
Sir, this is the broadcast booth.
You stepped on my ball.
This is the broadcast booth. Sir, this is a broadcast booth. I didn't step on anything.
I think you walked in my eye line. And then you stepped on my lie.
And Christian Bale, as one of the amateurs down there, a little upset about a certain eyeline situation here.
I'm preparing for a role.
Okay.
Of course, I'm playing Jack Nicholson soon in a biopic. So I don't know if you can tell I'm in my... Yeah.
Not Jack Nicholas?
Nobody has broken it to Christian Bale yet that Jack Nicholson is not a golfer, and he has been preparing deeply for this role. He's going to be very disappointed, but everyone is too scared to tell him.
I keep coming out here and playing golf. I'm using my Midwestern accent, by the way. I keep coming out here and playing golf, and people tell me, how are you going to reenact The Shining? How are you going to do The Shining? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I shine the ball at the beginning of every hole. Okay? That's how I'm preparing for The Shining.
Okay, don't get mad at me. Okay, I'm actually just part of
the director's here with me.
They're shooting the movie.
All right, let's go back to one. That was great, Christian. Jack, excuse me. Let's mess up his hair, get him a sandwich, and go again.
Thank you. All right.
Looks like they're doing the scene from the famous picture of Jack Nicholson on a boat with his shirt off eating a big sandwich.
All right, let's get a little more wind in here.
I don't understand. What does this have to do with this golfer's life, okay? You're backing a boat in here to the course.
Let's get that shirt off, Christian. Jack, excuse me. All right, let's fly in the sandwich. Points. Everybody watch out. Points. We're flying in the sandwich to give to Christian, Jack. And then we're going to go ahead and do it again where he complains about stepping on the lie, which is his golf ball. This time he will be on the boat.
Now, for those of you that don't know much about Hollywood, points is usually something you say when carrying a large pointy object so nobody gets poked or run into. So that means they're afraid the sandwich is going to hurt somebody if everyone's not aware of it.
Easy with the sandwich. Easy.
Points.
It's sharp. Easy.
I'll say this. This is probably the pointiest sandwich I've ever seen. It's, of course, it looks sort of like it's a square sandwich that's been cut in half, and it's huge.
Now, that's a very good point. What do you think he's going to use to eat this sandwich? A fork or a knife?
I think he's going to use the fork.
Okay.
He might use the fork. It looks like he's consulting with the crafty
Hand me that
guy.
fork. Hand me that. Huh? Hey, do you have that fork that you hold up when you hit a ball in the woods?
I don't think the fork is what you need here.
For those of you just tuning in, Christian Bale on set for the new Jack
Nicholson picture.
Thinks he's Jack Nicholas. He's about to eat a sandwich with a fork and is asking John Madden to bring him the fork. And John Madden
has abandoned hole number 3 and gone up to caddy for whoever he feels like.
Now here's the thing.
Hey,
with a
Madden.
sandwich, Yeah, it's me. Hi! Well, here's the thing. With a sandwich, you don't need a utensil. God gave you the two utensils that you need. It's called your left hand and your right hand. If you've cut the sandwich in half, you can hold each half in either side and take bites from either side that you wish.
Okay.
Great advice from John Madden there on Christian Bale as Jack Nicklaus, but thinks
All right.
it's Jack
All right, we ready? Baby,
Action.
baby, come over here. Sit on my lap.
Good.
Sit. Oh, does anyone have any Dramamine? Chomp.
Points.
Ow!
Points. Christian, points.
Somebody stabbed me with a knife.
Cut.
What? That's the ultimate points. Ow! I've been stabbed.
We're going to go away from this film shoot and head on down to the 17th green. Here we are, where we have Mario Batali playing with, now who is that? Bob Barker, it looks like. And reanimated, of course.
This is disgraced celebrity chef Mario Batali and the reanimated corpse of Bob Barker. And it looks like, yep, they're doing the scene from Happy Gilmore.
Of course, Batali being very aggressive with Barker and Barker not putting up with it.
Well,
Hey,
let's
what,
check in now with
motherfucker?
the... we're here. We're getting some of this audio, actually. Let's see what they're doing down there.
What'd you say? What'd you say to me? What did you... Talk into this mic. Talk into this mic.
And just off the side, Dr. Frankenstein, very frustrated with his reanimated Bob Barker corpse. It's not even talking properly.
Of course, the Barker corpse is silent and Frankenstein on the sign displaying his anger.
Do I wear Crocs?
Mario Batali making sure that he is who he thinks he is.
Do I wear Crocs? Bob, wake up! Frankenstein! What is this shit, man?
Okay, coming back to the 9th green. Now
Now,
here
the
we
ninth
are.
green... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Here we are on the approach. This looks like a difficult shot.
Hey,
And
Craig.
he's been analyzing the shot for a while. He's had now 7 different groups play through here.
Craig, give me some of that grass. I'm gonna throw it up in the air. See how the wind's playing here.
Which one?
Because last time I hit it went far off to the right.
Which kind of
And I
grass
can't
you
go.
want?
I can't finish this tournament being 745 over like last year.
No, okay.
That's humiliating.
Here, let's take a couple little blades here. Throw them up in there.
Throw them up in there.
Throw them up.
God almighty, it ain't moving at all. Fell
No, they
straight
came
to the ground.
Right there. So you probably could just go ahead and hit it with whatever you want. Just make sure you hit it good in it.
All right,
This
roll
hole is,
me
of
up
course,
there.
Jeff
Roll me-
Foxworthy and Ron White. Both
If
amateurs.
you were gonna hit on the back of the green and try to bring it towards the front with a little bit of spin, what would you use?
Tater salad.
If I was going to hit the ball with tater salad, how would I throw the tater salad to get the ball up off the ground and onto the green?
Waving Jim
You'd
Carrey.
get her done.
Waving Jim Carrey and Kevin Hart through, of course.
Sorry? Wait, who was that? That's our
Apparently,
buddy.
Jeff Foxworthy listening to the commentary with an earpiece, and he's very concerned with his comments on him.
What are they saying about me? You know, I'm Christian now. I'm Christian now, and I go to churches and I do a little bit of redneck material, and then I save people at the end. Did you know that, Ron White and Larry the Cable Guy, who I think I heard a minute ago?
I did.
You get her done.
How do I get her done, Larry? What should I use here?
I would take the 2 wood, and I would get her done.
You would. we're right off the green, and you would hit a 2-wood, Larry.
Is that wrong?
Larry, I heard you faked your whole persona. Is that true? You're like some guy from Pennsylvania, and you're not really a redneck? Because if you faked your persona and you pulled the wool over my eyes, you might be a pathological liar.
These three have been doing this all day. They've just been doing their routine at each other, not playing any golf whatsoever. It almost appears as if none of them have ever played golf.
Now, can I take a quick break to ask you, how was your week this week? I know that you had a big issue with your car, right?
Yes, thank you so much for asking. I rolled my car into a ditch after I fell asleep at the wheel after a long tournament. As you know, they didn't have the sunshade for us last weekend, and I got a little bit of pain from heat. So when I was on my way home, I accidentally veered off to the right, and wouldn't you know it, flipped my car 6 times and fell into a ditch.
Now, that pain from heat can really be a bastard.
Yes.
So you weren't sleepy, but it was the pain from heat that distracted you?
I wanted a more specific diagnosis, but the doctor told me all he could figure out was that it was pain from heat. So that's what I'm going with.
Wow. So I know I led by saying you had an issue with your car. Obviously, the issue is that you drove it into not just any ditch, but the 18th hole.
Yes. Excuse me. I should have. Yes.
Is the biggest hole on the course to make it as easy as possible.
Well, that's the hole that they don't really tell you about on the course. Most of the courses are called holes because they have small holes at the end of them that you try to get the ball into. But the 18th hole, of course, is the huge crevice right in front of the green that if you fall into, you can lose your life.
That's right. And speaking of small holes, my vasectomy was botched. And unfortunately, I just want to raise some awareness about botched vasectomies.
Well, because you had specified that they go through the hole, and they usually don't do it that way. Is that right?
That's right. I was scared for any incisions, so I said go on up through the hole. And unfortunately, we've got a clog in there now.
They couldn't get the scissor out.
So next weekend, I'll be having a plumber bringing a snake over to the doctor's office.
And now, which hole do they snake? Do they snake the hole with the scissor, or do they go in the other way and hope to come out?
This is beyond my medical expertise. But obviously, we've both had some medical issues, and so we would love, one, to get insurance for this job that we do, and also just a little sunshade. Even an umbrella would be very helpful for us today.
Yes. My doctor said anything will help.
Now, I'm seeing... I'm seeing down on the 14th hole, it looks like a local teacher, Howard Levis, seems to be taking some sand for his own... I can't tell what he's using it for, personal use. Let's check in there.
It does look like personal use because he is sort of looking around and seeing if anybody's seeing him. Though we do have him on camera, let's not bust the surprise.
All right, we're going to get...
Cameraman, let's stay a little bit far back so we don't bust the surprise on this one.
All right,
Got it.
We'll drop this bag.
Yeah, mic up the cameraman. Good. Now,
Is my mic
cameraman, what are you
working?
seeing with Teacher Levis down there? And don't get too close because you do have a huge over-the-shoulder camera.
Of course. I am dressed like a bush, so I will be able to get pretty close. But I promise I will not blow it again.
You blew it pretty big last time when you were a bush right on the green.
Well, yes. It was obvious that there was a huge azalea bush on the green for number 15. But we got Howard Levis down here obviously stealing some sand. He's so cheap he can't even buy a bag of sand.
Right,
I think sand is free if you just make 2 phone calls. But Howard, I think he's looking here.
We're going to go ahead and we're going to get another bag here. We'll put these at the doorway of my bathroom to make sure
You can see his pockets really filling up. His pants are very heavy, and he's got his belt cinched very tightly to hold it all up.
Yeah, he thinks
Has a
he's
bit of a
gonna
Betty
sneak
Boop
out.
body right now because of the belt cinch to hold the pants up.
Definitely looking Betty Boopy. What is he was listing off he said he needed a bag of sand for his bathroom door.
We'll put this right over the bathroom door, so if the toilet overflows, the toilet water won't go into my house.
Okay, it seems like he's trying to make us some type of toilet water levy.
Thank you, Cameron.
It's a Levis levy.
It's a Levis levy for his.
But that is a
dookie
lot of
water.
sand for just the bathroom.
I don't know if does this happen to him often. I wonder.
If it happens again, I mean, it's just going to be so frustrating. So I should maybe make sure that I get all this sand, and it's free. I mean, yeah, I could make 2 phone calls. And I could
He's sort of looking
Certainly.
around, shuffling his feet, hoping nobody's watching him, but we can all see him eyeing the sand like a tray of cookies at a party.
Certainly,
These
he
look
doesn't need
good.
this much sand for a simple 1-bathroom levy. He must need it for something else other than holding in pee or poop, of course.
If you can just get that twig, the boom mic that looks like a twig a little closer so we can hear it.
Okay, yes. I'll just eke this out. There's a flower on the end of
Subtlety,
it.
good subtlety.
Good.
Great
Okay.
subtlety.
That's about as far as I can get. It's about 15 yards away from the bush.
And, I
And
do
of
wanna
course,
point out
if
that
my
from here,
if
I'm
my
sorry, I've
if
gone a
my
little too
fish
close.
tank breaks like it did last time, then I'll have to also put sandbags in front of the door of my man cave to make sure that the fish water doesn't get out of my house.
Now, for those of you at home, this does look pretty obvious, but it doesn't seem like Mr. Levis is seeing what's going on. So I think
thought
we can
for
keep going
sure
here.
I would have been found out because the mic was bumping against his mustache.
This flower smells great. Wow.
Oh, good. He's talking right.
He
into-
loves the microphone. It has
Maybe
no
you
clue.
could love him up with that little bee love on there.
Oh, yes. Let me
Lovely
sick the bee
microphone.
love out.
Now, that is a real bee with a love attached to it?
Yes, this is my bee. This is my pet bee. You know how you tie a bee to a string? I did that a couple years ago, and it trained itself, so it's mine now.
Didn't know you could do
Never-
that.
Yes. All right, go bee. Hey, go get him. Go.
Oh,
take the
hello
lab.
there, little buddy. How are you? Are you trying to hang out with me? That's really kind of you. Why don't you land here right on my little lapel? And you can just ride around on my
There we go.
jacket all day long. It'll be so much fun.
Well, what
So
a
we'll be
fascinating
checking
story. Yeah.
We'll be checking in on Howard Levis's audio as he leaves today. We've got long distance range on that lavalier microphone, so we should
Heading
be
back
able
to 4, we have VJ Singh about to tee off from the tee box. We have a 435 dog leg right. Let's see how he does here. And a beautiful shot from VJ.
Hello. Hi.
Of course, VJ's caddy, VJ Singer.
That was such a great shot.
VJ clearly very
Singh.
frustrated by his choice of caddy just because they had similar names. Didn't realize the literalness of what he would be doing all
3,
day.
4. We're gonna go down to the right and shoot it on the green. On in 2 and down in 1 for a birdie. Yeah!
You've got to stop. I'm trying to play golf.
VJ, what did I tell you when you hired me? My last name is Singer, and that is what I do. 2, 3, 4. Next hole is a par 3. We're gonna sink it in 1. It's a hole in 1. They're gonna cheer as we walk up and give a little wave and tip our hat and stuff our glove in our back pocket.
It's just
Yeah,
hard because
that's golf.
the song for every par 3 is that you're going to get a hole in 1, and it's a lot of pressure to live up to. I've only gotten 1 hole in 1 in my whole life, and it was at a rec course.
Next up is the par 5, which of course will go down into a double eagle. Do it, VJ! Do it, VJ!
Okay, and in a rare occurrence, we are cutting to the turn where a long line has formed at the hot dog cart, which I didn't think would be running today during the Pro-Am, but the hot dogs are turning and they seem to be flying off the grill.
That's right.
Step right up. Get yourself a hot dog. Let me guess, you're running away from your wife so you can play golf? Yeah, step right up, you big losers. You're playing
Dog
golf.
salesman going with a New York attitude of insulting the customers.
Hi, I'll take a Chicago dog and no roast on me, please.
Oh, really? Well, you shouldn't have worn that belt. Black belt, brown shoes. What an idiot. Here you go. Slam.
Okay, looks like the hot dog seller is Bill Engvall. Didn't realize, but the hot dog man is Bill Engvall. I guess he's the fourth from the blue collar
white guy comedy tour. So we fully rounded them out with Bill Engvall serving hot dogs as a idiot, I guess, a mean idiot. This just in. We're checking in on the 16th hole where the sand trap appears to be quicksand, and it looks like the golfer's trying to decide if he wants to get his ball back from out of there.
Okay, he's reaching.
Oh my God!
Thinks he can
Help
get
me! Help me! Help me! Help me!
Thinks he can get it.
Listen, no, help me!
He's in there
Help me!
feet
Help me! I fell in here. I fell in here because I was trying to steal the sand.
Grab the club.
Okay, pull me.
You're saving the club and
Pull
not
me.
the man.
Pull me. Pull me.
Grab the club that's down there and throw it to me.
I can't help me.
Throw me the
We've
club.
got a big crowd surrounding here trying to get the club out of the quicksand trap.
David Hasselhoff sprinting over from hole 10 to save this man who is in
God.
full Baywatch gear.
Help me.
What was happening? I was eating that hamburger over there. What's up? I just kicked my daughter out of the house, and I'm here to save the day.
And with that, folks, I think we are going to go to a commercial break. Of course, the Hamilton Pro-Am sponsored by Yoshinoya. Yoshinoya, come get your beef bowl.
Well, that's a skinny on the minute. That's all that I know. You gotta hit the road, but first, pour me a cup of that Joe.
Hey, this is Josh. I'm the producer for the Teacher's Lounge. The guys would like to thank Casey Trela for making the amazing theme song for the show. You can check out more of his music at tuftmusic.com. That's TUFT music.com. They also have a bunch of awesome merch available at podswag.com. And if you like the show, make sure to rate and review it on Apple Podcasts. Or you can tweet at the guys at Big Grande Tweets. Thanks for listening.